Hi, Surfer. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Nick?
Good, thank you. You're making me jealous with your background.
Yeah,
Looks
you like that?
beautiful. Yeah, I like that. I love the
So
fireplaces. So that's an outdoor fireplace.
it's an outdoor fireplace.
It's beautiful. I think I could handle that for a week or two. You ready for me to come out? I'm going to take the whole family.
That's funny.
So let's say hello to our friends tonight. We have Mr. Chubby Hubby, Flag City Parts, and
Yeah.
Mr. Marmello, OC Stacker, West Texas Stacker. I think these are all tongue twisters. They're ready to flub me up tonight. Craig and us. And let me see. Dragons. Good to see you. Amy, Seymour, and Daryl and Gunny. Happy birthday, Gunny. I hope you have had a great day.
Happy
Irene,
birthday.
Jeff, Metal Dragon Braveheart, Yote Fan. So good to see you guys. Did I miss Jeff? I hope I didn't miss Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Yes, Gunny is a good friend of the channel, and so I want to wish him a big happy birthday. And Lassie Farms is here. So, what have you done today? Anything exciting? No? Buy any gold and silver? Buy any coins?
Um, I bought some coins last night on an
Okay.
auction. So I was able to score a 10-ounce silver bar
Oh,
for no,
nice.
actually it was a 5-ounce silver bar
Okay.
for $112, which
Wow. That's amazing.
I think that's pretty good. I
Very
haven't
good.
found any that cheap. So I did score one of those last night. Tonight I was hoping to hit another auction, but I've been in doctor's appointments today, so nothing exciting. Just regular run of the mill type of doctor stuff. So that was kind of my day, and then working a little bit earlier today, nonstop calls earlier today. So it's nice to get outside finally and have a nice fire. We're at about 68 degrees and getting colder right now. So
Well, I know. I have to say, I had to put my sweater on. I did. I was in my short sleeves up until probably about an hour ago, and it kind of got to where I couldn't stand it anymore. So we've had a couple more come in. We've had Jack Gelman from North Carolina. I saw Jamie Fox. And let me see. I can't see. Tiger Stacker, it's good to see you. And I want to show you
Tiger,
something that Tiger sent me from Stormy's auction. He sent me 2 silver rounds. Well, they're coins. One is a tiger, of course, and then one is of the bird. So let's show the tiger because we know we just love our tigers, right?
there you go.
I don't know if you can see those really well. I need to get another camera view, but thank you, Tiger. I really appreciate it. It was very thoughtful of you. And I got them in today, so that was great that I was able to get them in today. So thank you again, Tiger.
So Tiger, I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. There were a lot of us on his stream the other day while he
Yeah.
was figuring out some of his yard stream or StreamYard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, he was cracking me up the other day. I don't know.
He is
he always cracks me
hilarious.
up.
Check Stacker, it's good to see you. He's hilarious. And if you haven't made it over to his channel, please do. It's Tiger Stacker. But yes, he's very funny. And he was doing, I think, a video after, I think it was last night. He did another video and showed Yankee Stacker in it. So, and it was funny banter. So, I laughed the whole time. So that is a video that I would suggest to see. So John Jacob,
I agree.
See you.
And I think Nick too, it's going back and watching the first couple of those too. He's got a fun series going right now that is basically it's not a parody. It's more of like a funny rivalry around the rigged wheel from Yankee Stacking's channel.
Yes.
And the amount of engagement he's able to get with Yankee is just funny. And
it was funny.
I don't know how he's doing it, but somehow he's rigging things because he's showing up on Yankee's wheel and winning stuff. and he's also showing up on the call line.
Oh,
And
no,
anyway,
I saw that he got
it's
in.
amazing.
He got through, and
I
I
don't know
don't
how
know
he's
how
getting
that
in.
worked, but he said on the video that he was surprised that he got through. So obviously it's not as easy as one would think to get through. So we had Invisible River Ranch. Good to see you. And Paula from Live Q&A, which is another good one you have to check out on Monday nights. Seriously, you're going to learn a lot when you go over to that channel. It's a very good channel. Hi, Civil Wolverine. It's good to see you. And we're not talking about the Morgans. We are going to be talking about the U.S. Mint, though, just not the Morgans.
Well, before we do that, though, Nick, anything
Sure.
special you were able to get accomplished today? Did you hit any auctions up today? Were you able to grab any silver this week?
I did get some silver yesterday. I went through an auction and I was able to get a couple ASEs for a very good price. As we know, silver eagles have gone back up. So I was able to score them for $27 a piece, which I thought was still pretty good. I won't go above that though. And I'm trying to think, did I get anything else? Nope, that's it. No, I did last week get a couple things and kind of still sticking to that budget. So Dreadpool 26, it's good to see you. Yes, I'm trying to stick to that budget and trying to really.
Me too. I've kind of gotten to a point where I don't know about you guys, but I'm tight on finances right now. Things are the tightest that I have been in probably 10 years. And I've had to really reduce down how much I move out of cash into gold and silver. So I'm on a pretty tight budget. And now what I'm doing is if I find something I want, I need to sell something that I don't necessarily want. So that's really where I'm at now is I don't have a lot of extra savings that I can just put into metals. But if I have some coins that I might be able to sell that I maybe have extras of or decide, hey, I don't really want this one anymore. I am selling some of those, and then that's giving me some capital to go buy something else. And right now I'm starting to move into, from more expensive silver, say in the $30 to $50 per ounce range, into the 20s is what I'm really working on right now.
I just read in the chat that they saw that junk silver was going back up, which is not a surprise to me. And I do want to give a shout out to SW Silver Wolverine and his channel. I tease him about the Morgans, and now I feel bad.
Silver Wolverine's another great channel. If you guys haven't gone to watch his channel, he has so much information about Morgans, and he has a lot of information about other coins that I am just not as up to speed on. And I like watching his content to get a lot of that good information.
Yeah, I think he's an expert in the Morgans 2021 and 2023s.
So I've enjoyed that. And so much of this to me is community. It's about, getting to know each other. It's about sharing information with each other. And, that's what I've really enjoyed. And one of the reasons it got me to even put a channel together was around building this community. Yeah, it's great.
XRP, thank you for joining. So I do. Hi, Yankee. We were just talking about you and Tiger just a few minutes ago. And how funny that video he put out last night was. So, and of course, we all know Yankee Stacking, and that's another awesome channel that you guys should go check out if you haven't. I'm sure many of you have, but go check that channel out. So
yeah, Yankey's channel is great too, guys. You got definitely check him out. So Tiger called out something here. He said if I win a Tiger coin, or if you, Nick, win a Tiger coin, he's going to hunt us down and do something with. And let's see, he's going to hunt us down if we ever sell it. We have to hold on to those Tiger coins.
Oh well, no, I'm not going to sell it. But now that Yankee's in here, we have got to tell him one of our ideas that we wanted to do for to get at Yankee a little bit, and that was us going to go hijack Tim and us go down his floor since I'm so close. And I was going to do a video and try to get Tim to come to the Nick side and do live streams with me instead.
What do you think?
Of course,
He's got a no.
and then of course Surfer was going to come as well, and then have him wear and we still probably will do this. It'll just might be a fun video, and then have a Surfer t-shirt on.
I don't know, Yankee. What do you think? Oh, is that a head slap? I think that's a head slap.
In all honesty, though, I am going to go down there and start looking to get my silver bullion and my gold bullion down there, because I don't pay any taxes when I go into New Hampshire, and I'm in New Hampshire quite often. So it's right across the border for me, and it's a lot better than paying taxes on all of this stuff, especially money. You know,
Tim is awesome. So first off, Yankee, we would never steal Tim from you, but
he just said do it.
It is the goal. It is a goal. I do want to come out there, and if I come out there, I'm going to probably have to take a video. But next time I make it out that way, I'm definitely going to go visit Tim. I got about an hour away from Tim and was not able to make it. My manager ended up coming with me, and I could not break away.
Well, next time you're going to have to, because you hi Rocky Superstar. We have a superstar in the chat, because you are in Boston. Your company's based out of Boston. So
yeah, the company I work for is out of Boston.
Yeah, so New Hampshire's not too far north from Boston. So, and I'm about 2 hours. New Hampshire's about 2 hours south of me. So we can make this happen.
Next time I think I stay for a weekend, or at least a Saturday.
Oh, well, then you have to do only a Saturday. Well, that's not long.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I was going to say, but I believe he is open on Saturdays, so we'll have to.
That's what I hear.
I
heard he is. So.
And then we'll just park out in the parking lot until we can see Yankee come in and do a video, and then we'll hijack that video.
So here's the question for Yankee: how long would it take you to show up to Tim's if we're doing a live stream from Tim's?
He probably would. Hi, Silver Heist. It's good to see you. Another one of my favorites, because he is a Patriot fan as well. Huge. But and I saw Silver Heist on camera for the first time too the other day. So
was that intentional, or was that a face reveal?
No, I don't know if it was a face reveal. Some channels would be very mad if you talked on camera to their camera. I don't know if they would be mad. They would probably be pushing me out the door saying, "Get this woman out of my store. She's bothering me."
Oh, man.
So, but I do believe he is open, and probably Yankee be like, "I'm not going anywhere near them."
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Here's the safe thing for Yankee. I have no idea when I'm going to make it out there. It's very far away from me. I'm about as far away from Tim's as I can possibly be. Nick is just a little further away, being about the farthest place in the country. So it was a fun thing we talked about the other day. But
yeah,
honestly, we would never steal anybody's stuff. But it might be kind of fun to at least do it out in the parking lot as we go in to go talk to Tim.
Right,
so we would talk to him ahead of time, Silver Heist. We definitely wouldn't steal anything from anybody.
No, it would just be a funny video. It'd be
a funny video.
For some fun. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, kind of talking about that too, I have only done one video at a local coin store, and I have gotten a lot of people asking me to go back and do it. And it seems to be to me that local coin shop videos are one that a lot of people really enjoy watching. So, I do think that's something that I'm going to try to do a little bit more of, Nick. And maybe one of these days we'll do a live one when we're doing one of our joint deals here.
Yeah.
Might be kind of fun. So, but I'm looking forward to kind of doing that here locally. And I've got a great shop that's out this way too. I don't know that anybody can beat Tim, honestly. I think that's a hard one to beat. But I think it's great to get to know your local coin store. I think it's great to find some of your online bullion dealers that you like too. And then a lot of what we're trying to build here is community. I've been meeting quite a few people in Orange County, California, where I can start to trade or sell my coins to, and we can find a price that works for both of us. Yeah. And it works out a lot better than trying to deal with all the sales tax and other taxes that come into play.
Yeah, I really wish I had a local coin store close to me, but mine closed last year or the year before. So I've really missed having him. Did you just start that fire?
These are the heavenly lights that come on at night.
This is what they got in California. I got to go out and get the wood, stack it.
So I've got all these lights up here.
Oh, isn't that pretty? That's beautiful. Yeah. If I'm going to go build a fire, it's for warmth. It's not just
Yeah.
for the beauty.
So I've got them on timers. They just come on at a certain time and then
Oh,
they go off.
only in California.
What can
So
I
I guess
say?
if it rains, the fire won't go out.
You guys, it doesn't rain here very often. This is the first year I've seen rain more than, say, 3 days in a year.
Yeah, well, we've
And
had a lot of rain
it
this
just doesn't
summer.
rain much.
We've
It'll
had a
get
lot.
overcast like this, where I live close enough to the beach that we will get, in the month of May, June, and July, a good portion of it is overcast like this all day long. You just
Yeah,
don't even see the sun.
and now it's just going to be wet for my tears because that's all I'm doing on Sundays is crying myself a river because New England's losing so bad, and it's just a season that I just want to forget. Much like the COVID season, but anyways.
Yeah,
Or
that
the
one I
thing
don't
that
want to remember either.
or soon it will be snowing. Thank you for reminding me, Silver Wolverine. Thank you.
Okay, so here's a question for the audience, because this is our first time streaming to 2 channels. And because we're on here, I have no idea how many people are on my channel versus Nick's channel. Are you guys seeing everybody's chat? Is it combined? I don't know. I'm curious. Maybe I'll have to pull it up on my phone. I'm just wondering if everybody can see both chats or they can only see one chat.
Go watch Drig if I cry, Nick. I can't stop thinking about pets. I can't stop thinking about them either, but I have a feeling they're not going to show up all season long. And it's just going to be another disappointing season. Oh, I don't know where to even go with this. I'm hearing, maybe Bill could lose his job. I just hope, I have to say, I am on Team Nick. I have to say though, that in a way, I'm kind of glad they're losing a bit, because if we had Mac Jones and he was being mediocre, then they would keep him. So do I want mediocre and him continuing to be mediocre forever? Or would I rather them go ahead and realize he does stink and get rid of him and keep Bill? But another mediocre season, I think that Bill would keep him. So I don't know. I think we're just I can't stand it that when people keep saying we're in a growing years, but how many years is it going to take to grow? I mean, I can see this, Bill. Why can't he?
But I know one thing that's tough is after a team has had great seasons in a row, a lot of times it can be a little bit of a drought, and that is a hard thing to prepare for.
Yeah, when you've been so good for so long, and we got to give it to Bill. He's done this under the salary cap. The salary cap was supposed to keep them from having these dynasties, but a dynasty was built. And I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to Bill Belichick. And of course, you want to have these people that want to say, well, Brady, made Bill, or vice versa. But again, this is about coins. Because I could go on about
it is about coins, but I have to say, I think both of them helped big time.
But I have to say this: you cannot start a football game without a coin toss. You can't go go into overtime without a coin toss. So, we have to have a coin to start a football game. So that's where I'm going to kind of make my.
let's merge it in. That's great.
So. No, don't. No, that's just me, Yankee. And we have had many Saturday nights.
I know. Well, Polly's in here now.
Football.
Polly's telling you that you just can't, you just cannot let it go, Nick.
I can't let it go, but thank you, Polly, for reminding me. And he has told me he's going to continually remind me how they stink and how his Lions are going to finally win. That old dragon, it's good to see you. That they're going to finally win. And I told him that, Polly, your Lions are the same old Lions. Talk to me in February once we get to the Super Bowl, because I doubt the Lions will be in it.
All right. So we're going to move on to coins now real quick before we get too heated on this.
I know. Well, now they're going to keep on going. Thomas Buckley, it's so good to see you. I hope they bring back the dollar for the 25th. Oh. And they may. They may. Who knows?
That would be cool.
Yes.
So tell us, Nick, what did you find that's going on over at the Mint right
well,
now?
Well, back when they were doing the women's quarters, before they were doing the women's quarters, they asked us, the U.S. Mint asked us who we would suggest for 20 women that we would like to see on the quarters. Well, of course I did that. And they didn't take many of my suggestions, lo and behold. I was very disappointed about that too. The Mint just does not listen. Here we go. Look at SOL until they win a playoff game. That is right, Silver Wolverine. That is the truth. And I've been telling Polly this, but of course, he doesn't listen. But the United States Mint is soliciting our help. They have a survey that they would like for us to go onto their website and give our opinion on what we think we would like to see on the coins.
So I've got a question for the audience, Nick. This is for everybody that's on here. Type a 1 if you have ever been part of a survey from the U.S. Mint, and type a 2 if you have not. I'm curious to see if anybody's participated before. And it'll probably take them a second to catch up to us here.
Yes, it started today, Paula. That's correct. It started today. The survey goes from today up until oh, I didn't get the date of how long it's going to go on. Yeah, this is Kevin. Good to see you.
All right, so we got a lot of 2s coming in. So we do have a 1. Polly Buck has done a survey with the Mint.
They have done the surveys. Took both last year. And
so
this time they gave us options to choose from. Prior to that, when I did the women's quarters, they just asked for write-ins for the women that we wanted to see on the quarters. So, and then they have some neat things coming out too in on coins, in more changes in 2027 to look forward to. I did the Mint survey. This one is lame. Why do you think it's lame?
Yeah,
why do you think it's lame? Is it because of the choices that they gave us that you think it's lame? I wonder how much participation they get anyways. I'd like to see how many of us actually know about these surveys. Mint wants more input from collectors.
That's probably true, Yankee.
Yeah, that's true. But I do collect. I collect first and foremost and then stack second.
So kind of on that line there, I'm wondering, Nick, like, I'd be curious too to know how many people in the chat purchased directly from the U.S. Mint. So throw a 3 in if you guys have purchased from the U.S. Mint before. I'm curious. I know a lot of people complain about it. I know other people line up and try to, buy as much as they can. So Yankee's got a rarely. We've got a few I do's here. So we do have a handful of 3s here.
I have my list, and I should get that out because I was very disappointed. Today was the last day for the survey. Oh, well, if you guys are going to do the survey, you better go do it now. Silver Heist, I do have my list, and I should break that out because I was not happy with the women's quarters, as Paula knows. We've talked about those women's quarters quite a bit. And then they also asked you why you wanted that particular woman on the quarters. And I think that my list was better than what we've seen. And I do have strong opinions as to why I think that I would have rather seen these women. I did pick Eleanor Roosevelt just because, I figured that was going to be a safe choice, but trying to think on who other I chose. And I don't even remember my list now. It's been so long ago, but I did keep that. I did keep that list.
How did you feel that they asked you in the first place? Was that something that you were glad to,
I was glad that I participated, but I feel as though the mint checked off boxes rather than listened from what I was hearing from others. And Paula and I spoke about that, and she had some great picks as well. I still don't know why they even chose some of the more modern women that I feel like that they chose. And then I probably need to watch what I'm saying.
We're not going to respond to some of the comments.
Oh, I'm not seeing. Well, why didn't the person had to have been passed? And I think Hillary,
Yes.
from what I understand, I still think Hillary is alive.
As far as I know.
And that's true. I didn't know half of the women on the quarters. I've had to go and research them myself. Amelia Earhart would have been a good one. And I do believe that I do recall that she was on my list. Swipe left. Oh, how about Swiftie fans? Taylor Swift. I mean, she's getting more press now lately. Again, no, she is the Walking Dead.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know, but I think it's going to be fun to see some. Yeah, she was. I think it's going to be fun to see some new coins coming out. I think it's going to be interesting to see. And then you have maybe possibly some more errors that will come out. I think it's going to be exciting. I'm excited to see some new coins. I'm excited to see some new quarters.
I think so too. And so you guys are cracking me up with some of these comments, by the way.
Marilyn Monroe.
The unsinkable Molly Brown.
Well, they did have an actress on one of the quarters. And I'm just going to stop right there.
I think it was Chet Stacker here too was talking about it would be really cool to see like a rock and roll, maybe not necessarily Hall of Fame, but a rock and roll series. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. But then if we're going to get into those type of, series, then I could say it would be awesome to have a sports series.
Mine as well.
I would put the Patriots on a quarter. I'd put the Celtics on a quarter. The Bruins. The Red Sox.
Then what you do is you just
include than anything else.
You'll be able to find out which team's more popular, right? At least with stackers. Maybe not stackers collectors, at least.
Well, I think that could be a crossover from stackers to collectors if they did have a sport themed quarter. But it is
there's a lot of loyalty there.
I do feel as though they were thinking about inclusion. But with that being said, yes, and I do think that they checked off some boxes, but I just I don't want to offend is what I'm trying not to do. And I'm trying to see how I would articulate that. And I just don't know of a good way to be articulate about it. And so I probably should just keep my mouth shut if I can't think of a way. Hi, 79. It's good to see you. Patsy Cline. I mean, there was an actress on one of these quarters, so why not? But I would be
79, welcome.
I would be curious as to what people think that we should have as part of our 250th anniversary, that we should celebrate the Constitution, Declaration of Independence. The
other thing I would throw out there is, I don't know about you guys, but I see a very polarized nation right now, more polarized than has ever been in my lifetime. The Civil War had to have been probably more polarized than now. I would imagine we're not at war with each other, at least physically or kinetically. But I would love to see things that might bring us together and connect us. And so I think those are some of those things like rock and roll stars, maybe even, sports coins. There's things that we could do that would help unite people. I think that's something that's perfect to celebrate on that 250th anniversary.
One of the quarters that I did really like was Tall Chief. And because I didn't know much about her. And so on a lot of these women that I didn't know much about, I did go back and I read the history, and she danced for Kennedy, President Kennedy. So, and I learned a lot about her, and I thought that she was interesting. So that was where they kind of did what they supposed to do, I think, to kind of make us wonder and research. And so that was one of my favorite women quarters. That was one of my favorites.
I think that's good. So we had, here's an interesting comment. I mean, this is obviously accurate, but live Q&A, Coins Q&A says Declaration of Independence, the Constitution has nothing to do with the 250th anniversary. So the Constitution has everything to do with the country, as everybody knows. But yes, the 250th year would be based off of the Declaration of Independence. But I think both can go hand in hand, even though it's not the anniversary.
But that was a choice on the survey, was the Constitution.
Yeah. So I think you can mix it in there. It's fudging it a little bit, but we will probably not have a 250th anniversary of the Constitution.
Yeah, so they, of course,
really see that happening.
And one was, here we go, Civil Rights Act of 64, principles expressed in our founding documents, which I don't know how they would convey that onto a coin. Some of these are really.
However, what would be cool to see, though, Nick, is how many people actually understand like the Constitution and the amendments. You know, I have seen coins that have the First Amendment and the Second Amendment on them. But it'd be interesting to see a coin that comes out with each of the amendments on them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe those wouldn't be very popular, but it'd be an interesting way to get people to read the Constitution, or at least the amendments out of it.
It would, but what would be your favorite amendment that you would, I can think of a few that I would like to see on a coin if I was just to put a couple amendments.
Yeah, definitely. So there'd be some popular ones for sure. So to me, the Second Amendment is very important because I don't think you have any of the others without the Second Amendment.
Yeah, I was going to say the Second Amendment. And of course, I think the First Amendment is, but again.
The first is the most important, but the second starts to trump it because you cannot have the first without the second. And a lot of those other amendments are going to disappear or be overridden if you don't have the Second Amendment, in my opinion. But it's really the second's there to protect the first.
They have a microfilm with the entire Holy Bible on it. And they're also, I believe they are in partnership with the Smithsonian when they're doing these coins. So, which is interesting, which I would love to go to the Smithsonian. They do have a lot of coins in the Smithsonian that I'd like to go see. For example, they have a 33 gold that I'd like to go see. And of course, there shouldn't have been any 33s. So I'd like to go see those.
I would love to see that. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I believe the Secret Service has 10 of them. I think there was 13 that did not get melted down. And well, one is legal tender, one of them. And then there was
the
some
others will get you in a lot of trouble.
Yes. And then I think the Secret Service has the rest. They have 10 of them, and they're in the court system now because they're saying, no, they're counterfeit. They're ours. And then the people that own them says, no, they're mine. So I would love to go see that in the Smithsonian. Second Amendment.
Well, you bring up a good point. Can something be counterfeit if it was created by the U.S. Mint?
There is an answer to that, I know, because I read the answer, but I don't recall the answer.
Yeah, I would say no. They must have come up with some legalese, long-winded conversation to try to prove that was.
I agree with Paula. False. Yeah, we could commemorate the Constitution in 2036. Boy, that's hard to say. 2036. Oh, I don't even want to see 2036 right now. Counterfeit coins were not minted.
Yeah, we need to get through. We need to get through the rest of this decade here and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't.
2036 feels a little far away for
Okay, so
me.
they were illegal. They're
They're
illegal.
illegal, but I don't think they're counterfeit.
But they're illegal,
Yeah.
and they're not legal to own except that one. And I don't know. I think it's back in the U.S., but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they need to change it. That's just dumb. They're just trying to. I don't know. I just think that's like being party poopers on the whole thing. It's
They are
history.
stolen
It's
property.
cool.
But they were stolen property by whom though? I believe it was from somebody on the inside in the mint that stole those and walked away with them.
Fine, put them on display then. I don't know.
There are some on display at the Smithsonian. There's
Yeah,
a couple
I just hope they don't get stuck in red tape and they're hidden from the public forever. That would be lame.
No, there's two that are for sure in the Smithsonian, and then there are, I believe, 10 that were illegal to have, and the Secret Service found them. So, and that's tied up in the court system. And then there's one that was legal to own.
Yes, but how did they get that approved? That would be an interesting story.
Of course, there's a story to that too, and I forgot the answer.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to find that story and bring it on another one of these live chats. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, it's an interesting story. Nevertheless.
So another question I've got for you, Nick, is
710.
What is your plan right now for stacking? Are you continuing to to add to your stack at your same budget that you've always had? Or are you feeling a little bit more pressure to add to it right now? Or are you feeling like you want to wait?
No, I'm not. I'm not feeling any more pressure. I am slowing down, even though it's been, we had the dip, but no, I'm going with what my budget tells me that I can do. And with winter coming and prices gone up, my budget has gotten a lot lighter when it's come to stacking. But I am staying consistent in buying, just not as much.
Same amount of money, you can't get as much with it, or you have less funds at the moment?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Yeah. I've had to make adjustments because, gas has gone up and we can expect gas to continually go up, right? With what's going on. And hi, Sean. And everything else is going up around us. So I have to, I can't buy as much. How about yourself?
I'm in the same boat. We're just coming off of, I don't have solar panels on my house. And so my electric bill is insane. I think this last month we were about $550 or so for electric, which is due to running the air conditioning like 10 times in a month. It's so expensive here. And that is about 3 times the cost as last year. So I'm definitely feeling a lot more of that heat. So I've had to bring my purchasing way down. But I like to continually be purchasing things. One of the things that I heard from Andy Schechtman at the Silver Symposium last weekend was that actually it was 2 weekends ago.
Thank you.
He had a promise from his dad to always buy 2 ounce or to buy silver every 2 weeks or so. And I think that's kind of a smart thing to do if that's within your budget, and that is, your dollar cost averaging. So for me, I'm always buying, and for me, I'm always selling. I've always got stuff on sale on eBay, and I've got coins that I'm buying at all times. So for me, the new money coming in is really slowed down. I'm really having to sell things to make the difference, but it is happening. I am selling coins on a regular basis on eBay. But yeah, it's slowed way down for me. Unfortunately, this is a great time to be buying if you guys, are just getting started with your stack or have the ability to do it.
Good to see you.
I can't tell you it's the best time to buy, but I think it's a good time to buy.
I got solar this year. Now I have silver on my roof.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, true. I'm not into solar yet. I mean, when we have the sun, I mean, it's going to get dark, 4 o'clock here. Dark. I'm talking completely dark. I mean, we don't see the sun very much in the wintertime. So I don't know if I'll get into solar anytime soon.
It's probably not great for you efficiently here. Here we can have it paid off. You'll break even in 5 to 6 years on your solar panels in California.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you have what now?
It'll break even if you buy solar panels. It'll break even in 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years. That's what. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, which is a lot faster. You go to a lot of other states where it's not as sunny, and you know, it can be closer to like 13 years, and they usually have about a 20-year lifespan.
I was trying to read Amy's, but it's going too fast. Her comment. Hi, Mr. Doughboy and Randy Matthews. Randy. Something about, let me see. And there is a veteran that has or sells solar that are mad in the U.S. Bakersfield.
I didn't see that comment. I don't know.
It's up there, and I wasn't able to finish it. It went kept going up. Silver Heist, are you going to get solar panels? I do know he likes to buy a lot of gas for his Subaru that he drives.
There you go.
Yeah.
So solar panels, guys, like, you got to make sure everything pencils out with anything in life. You know, don't put solar panels on if it doesn't work for you, but if it does, you know, then it can be a good thing. Tiger had a question about selling on eBay. One thing I'll just tell you guys, if you have a store on eBay, which costs like $30 a month to do, your fees go from a 13% fee down to 8% for anything. I think it's under $1,600 that's sold is 8%, and anything over that is 5% if it is considered a bullion coin. So eBay is a great place to sell gold. If you're selling 1 ounces or half ounces, it's not a great, well, I guess 1 ounces, it's better. It's not a great place if you don't have a storefront. It just becomes too expensive. You're up at 13%. And oftentimes you have to discount a little bit to get someone to make a purchase. So, you know, do your homework, see if it makes sense for you guys to do it. For me, it's worked out well. And partially, I have bought coins that I wish I didn't buy, or I bought coins that I intended to sell down the road that were high, not higher, but I anticipated they would go higher. So a lot of times I bought something that was below the price of a gold eagle, for example, and now they've gone up by $400 or $500 more than a gold eagle. I'm going to sell that stuff. You know, it's money to me. I want to turn it and get more ounces if I can.
Yes, I don't have an eBay store, so I have sold a few on eBay, and I've done well on eBay. It's just the fees it doesn't make sense for me anymore, from all the fees, and then I don't sell enough to even justify it anymore. So
yeah, so Silver Heist, just to clarify your question, are you saying it would be a good video to show how to sell on eBay and the pros and cons of that? I think that's what you're asking. Well, that's interesting, Nick.
I will have to look at them.
Just as a side note, did you put a comment in there? Good night, SW.
I did, and I saw that in both.
Somehow I did it at the same time.
I'm a hoarder, not a seller. I'm attached to my coins. But I believe she's more of numismatic, and she loves looking for error. So, your coins I could see not selling, but if you were just selling, we'll say a gold stack, some in your gold stack or your silver stack. I think in my opinion, there's a difference, because there's coins that I'm definitely not going to ever sell, and that's probably part of my Walk in Liberty collection, and any Walk in Liberties. I really love those. And so there's some of my favorites that I would never sell. I have a few Kennedys, one that Flag City Parts gave me that I will never sell. And that was a 64 Kennedy with the accented hair. So I will never sell that. Or, so I have a few things that I'm too attached to that I would never sell, but that's going to be more so numismatic, or the gifts that people send me, like what Tiger had sent me. I'll never sell that stuff. So
it never tell him you sold it either. You've got to show that
no,
permanently. It's gonna get you.
Good night, Wolverine. No, I those are things that I appreciate, and it's very kind for somebody to go out of their way to send to you. So that's something that I would never sell. I would sell stuff that I purchased myself. I have some.
I think it's awesome. So just
turn it over and add more.
Just to answer another question on here too, Nick. So Silver Heist, thank you for the clarification on there. I'll look at putting a video together for you guys on selling on eBay and show you exactly what's happened, take screenshots and things like that. Might be fun. I'll give you an example. I bought a Mandalorian gold coin that I think only had a mintage of 250. And I bought it from AppMex, and it was about the same price as like a gold eagle when I bought it. And I was able to sell it for $2,300 about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So to me, that's a no-brainer.
So Sean, I did win his first giveaway on Polly's channel, I believe, and that was his first giveaway, I suppose, that he gave, and I still have that, and so I would never sell anything like that either. And Heather's Chubby Hubby has sent stuff as well, so of course I would not sell gifts. I sell my sister's goat for silver. I'd sell my sister for silver, not gold. I'd sell her for silver.
Oh, man.
Yes, and of course, in the penny, I do have the penny as well. I would never, but that's all stuff that's very special to me.
Surfer's not a real princess, Tiger. I'm not a real princess. Sorry.
No. Good night, Eagle Steve. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, Chubby sent me rocks. But have you seen his rocks? They're gorgeous. They're pretty, just as pretty as coins. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I should show some of the stuff that I would never sell. She's clean and cook, split wood. I can split wood and I can clean and cook. Yes, I can do that all. Yes, we have to up here in these parts. Trying to get somebody out to my neighborhood to do anything is difficult. 3.5 ounces be enough for your sister? It depends on. Well, I could think about that. I probably.
It depends on the gold to silver ratio.
Yeah, well, still my sister. I don't know. I'd get rid of her.
Yeah, so you guys, I'm outside. You can see it's really dark out here now.
And he had to build his own fire.
There you go. Here's my fire out here.
Yeah. What's the bin on your sister? Okay, let me see. 1 ounce of gold. I'm going to go up now. So there's somebody inquiring. I'd probably give her away. No, I wouldn't even take the 1/10 gold. Good night, Silver Heist. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Thank you.
He needs to go the super room for tomorrow.
You guys, you can't make Nick put a price on our sister.
I can still put a price on my sister. She's on my nerves. She does not cook. She does not cook. I do the cooking. Get rid of your sister. Now that's jealous. No, I'm not jealous of her. She just doesn't do anything. She can't do anything. She's not the athletic one. She is the pretty one, though. She is the pretty one. Seriously, she's gorgeous. She's yeah, she's the looker in the family.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously, she really is. Hi, Joseph. It's good to see you. Oh, somebody just said that they saw us at Stormy's channel, and we do have a fun giveaway for this evening. And it's going to be a Stormy channel round. And these are hard to come by. Very hard.
I think it's an awesome Stormy channel round.
It is. It's beautiful. And he's wearing my crown. And I told him, I said, look, I'm the only one that can wear a crown around here. And then he tells me I'm the only one that wears a paper crown. So, but still a crown nevertheless. My tiara broke.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I had the paper crown. So I
So
thought
you guys, we're gonna have to get Nick a new tiara.
I need a new tiara. And I would really like a real one day.
You want a real one with diamonds all
Just
over it and
kidding.
rubies?
That's why I always tease Stormy, and I'm like, are those real? And he's like, it's bedazzled. But this is very rare from what I understand on Stormy's channel. And you even get, I have a Burger King crown too. I do too. Paula, I would really like to do another show with her. She's super smart. And she tells me she has a great on the ears and stuff. And whoops, I don't want to show that part because it is. But it doesn't stay on my hair very good. But so she can come on the channel. We can do another show. We could all wear our crowns. And I wanted to ask her about some errors that I have found, but I don't know if they're really worth anything. So I'd really like to have her come on.
I think that'd be great. And you guys, there's so many aspects to.
Please come do the show again.
That would be awesome. There's so many aspects to numismatic coins that I think a lot of people just don't understand. It's not just rare dates. It's what do I do about toning on my coin? Is that good or bad? Do I buy one that has toning?
Yes, and she's one too that I think she likes toning. I'm not one. There's some toning I like, but I'm not. I really don't like a lot of it. I like pretty rainbow toning, but I want to know the difference between. And I don't know fake toning. I don't like fake toning on coins, and I want to know how the coin community feels about those. Can the grading companies determine whether it's a fake type of tone or not?
I don't know. I don't know if they can or not. For me, I like toning if it's graded already, but like you said, maybe it's not natural. I don't know.
I've seen some bad artificial toning, and I've seen some good artificial toning to where I wouldn't know the difference. I could give you what my old school coin guy told me how he took care of toning in his store, which is an old school trick, which I'm sure everybody knows, and that's with a pink eraser, but I don't like that idea either. I don't think that's because you could see the erase marks on them if you look close enough under a scope. But again, he was old school with that too. That doesn't make it right, but artificial toning is garbage. And yes, they can tell. Okay.
So Tiger, please do not send me a tiara with a tiger on it that I can never get rid of and I have to wear. Don't do that. Please. Please don't do that.
Now, Heather's Chubby Hobby can help me out, but I believe there was a person on another channel that we went to that would submit coins to a grading company, and they used to put it into a special paper, and they would talk about getting away with it. So, and I guess, it's just about, that they had to live with themselves, not us.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying to do your own toning unless you know how that all works. As far as whether if you're doing it to put it in for grading, check it all out first before you do something like that. I don't want you ruining a good coin if it's not going to work out for you. Right.
And don't just try to do it either to pull the wool over somebody's eyes either.
Yeah, don't commit fraud, guys.
Yeah.
Fraud's
So
bad.
Heather's Chubby Hubby, yes, he does remember that. And I remember hearing that several times. And I didn't think that was, yes. Paper on envelopes or the envelopes that is not necessarily artificial. Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know about not a ton about toning. Maybe that's something we'll look into in the future too, Nick.
That's something I would like to learn more about.
Do a little more research on toning.
And there are some pretty toning. I had an ASC though that toned, and it was a purple, and it just looked dirty type of purple. It wasn't a pretty toning. All toning is environmentally caused by some things just to speed up the process. Yeah.
Got it. All right, so maybe it's not fraud, guys. I don't know, but we'll look into that a little bit more on
Oh
a
no,
future
hi
chat. I think it'd be
SoCal
great.
stacking. Though I'm sure there is some fraud though that goes along with it. I'm sure you're gonna always find.
There probably is, but I think we got to find out, Nick, is what's the definition that
Gotcha. Yeah.
PCGS or NGC use for toning, and what's the difference between, are there different kinds of toning that they consider? I don't know, because I don't think I've seen a graded toned coin that specifies the kind of toning it has on it.
Heather's chubby hubby.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Now I do know that the environment does take an effect, have an effect on coins. So, and I had discussed with you that I purchased some mint sets. They were in the plastic and from California, and they had been in the heat because the plastic was starting to melt into the coins. And I never saw that before. Oh, I don't like milk spots.
I don't like milk spots either, and I have to say I've stopped buying Britannias in any kind of a
Oh, I
bulk
don't
amount.
have
Like,
any.
I'll buy a Britannia maybe once in a while. Like I bought one the other day that is the Coronation Britannia because
Yeah.
they're not going to make those again, and it's probably a little bit more rare. And I thought it'd be fun for the collection, but I'm not buying tubes of Britannias anymore. I keep getting way too many milk spots on them.
That's interesting. I have several of those. I don't have any milk spots on the Britannias.
I got a lot.
Really?
And
Oh,
I've sent a lot of those. I've sent back, especially if you're paying over $27 for them.
well, yeah.
Yeah, send that
I
stuff
have
back.
some silver
if you
eagles
get
that
a
have milk spots.
but if you get a sealed tube and you want to keep it sealed, you're not going to know until you open it.
Yeah. Pennies, I have NGC, PCGS, either red or brown, and red stands out. An eraser will remove milk spots.
We'll have to try that.
Yeah, we'll have to try that because I feel like they keep coming back. But
All right. I'm sorry. I'm starting to catch on
Yes.
fire. I could turn that down a little bit.
Oh, so that does put out heat.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
Okay. Milk spots don't. I don't mind the milk spots if I got the silver cheap. I can deal with them if
Look,
they're
if you're buying silver close to spot or melt, I don't really care what it is. I'm not a huge fan of silver bars.
Hi, Ryan C.
But I'll buy a silver bar if I can get it at a low price. And one thing I'll throw out there for you guys to get ready for we've got Black Friday coming up in November, right? Friday after Thanksgiving. And I scored some amazing deals on SD Bullion. And I was able to score, it was on AppMex. And then there was a third one. I forget which third online bullion dealer I went to. But if you're thinking of getting Black Friday deals, you need to have your account set up ahead of time. You need to have your payment method already set up. And you need to have your shopping carts emptied, on these sites. And when Black Friday comes, you've got to be quick, multiple screens, multiple computers up. And I was picking up incredible deals at spot. And I picked a couple ounces of gold up at like $1,720. And there's just incredible deals you guys can get on Black Friday. So if there's something that you've really wanted, then put it in the shopping cart. You can leave it in there, but it may not go on for Black Friday. So you got to look a few days before. So before we get to Black Friday, I'll try to share some of those deals that are coming out with you guys so you can get ready for it. But that is an incredible time to get it. And all the websites break. They all have problems. And that's why you've got to get everything prepared ahead of time. But that's one of my favorite times of the year to buy.
That's good to know. I have heard that in the past, but I'm usually shopping
on other stuff, right?
For other stuff and everybody else on Black Friday, because believe it, and past couple of years too, when we were building our house, I was doing our appliance shopping on Black Friday because that is the best time to buy appliances as well, FYI. So great time to buy appliances and getting quite a deal, and delivery for free, the whole 9 yards. So that's another thing to buy on Black Friday, which you could save money doing that and then buy more gold and silver. Cyber Monday is another good time to buy. And
Yep.
I do ask for stuff for Christmas, and I do find silver in my stocking at times. I give my husband a list.
My kids found silver this last year, and they weren't not as happy as I was hoping they would
I
be
was just
about
going
it.
to ask you, did they throw it at you?
They did not throw it at me, but
Did they think?
they had a dead stare on their face like, what am I going to do with this? And it's not that I don't try, guys. I try to get my family excited about it and everything else, but they just want me to be the
Yeah, you
expert on it and deal with
Yeah,
it.
my daughter is not too thrilled about it either, and then she would just say, "Well, I will just have some of yours, Mom, or I'm going to have yours one day, Mom. So why are you going to buy me some?" So
I don't know.
that's your answer for everything. So, and I'm like, "Yep, she will one day, but that's going to be a long time,
That's a way
and
long way.
it's so long that I might take her away off this earth first."
There you go.
But
But I will tell you guys, Black Friday is a great time to get good deals. I think this year we'll start seeing some deals again. We had incredible deals on Black Friday back in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. And just as a side note, I was going and buying shopping carts full of stuff at Walmart on Black Friday because about an hour after their deals, there's a ton of stuff still sitting on the pallets, and I was reselling it on Amazon, and I made a good 20-25% profit margin. So that's another conversation for another day. But if you want gold and silver and maybe your budget's a little bit tight right now, or you're wanting to pick up more ounces, definitely look out for Black Friday. There's going to be incredible sales at just about every one of your online bullion dealers.
Yankee said that your daughter was great joining the stream the other evening.
Oh, thank you.
I know I did do one Black Friday last year, and that was with the SD, and they had the SD round, and that was silver. It wasn't so you can find the silver deals as well, not just the gold, as they'll
have gold, platinum, and silver deals a lot of times.
Okay. So because I'm not going to be the one, getting the ounce of gold. So I would be shopping around.
No, so you guys, when Black Friday, there's deals for all price ranges. There's going to be 1 ounce gold a lot of times. Well, let me put it this way. From my history the last 3 years, I've always seen gold and I have seen silver. Sometimes I see platinum. It doesn't mean it's always going to be at spot. Sometimes there's just going to be a bigger discount. But there's usually something for everybody. The other thing I'll just throw out there as a tip is a lot of these sites also have packages where you can buy coins at spot if you've never done that through them before. I don't have any of those links to share right at the moment.
But we can get a list together because I would like to see that as well. And they do have their flyers or their emails coming around too several days before Black Friday. Used to, you would have to wait until like Black Friday before you used to see a lot of what they were going to be having. And now they're coming out a lot sooner because it seems like all throughout the week, they're having sales. May start on a Monday all the way up until Black Friday.
It used to be Black Friday, and then it turned into Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And now they're doing kind of like a doorbuster deal every day of the week. And pretty soon you're going to see, Christmas decorations being sold at Home Depot and Lowe's in August.
What are you talking about? They have been
move stuff up and up every year.
They have been selling Christmas decorations at Hobby Lobby for I don't know how long, and they're probably sold out of Christmas decorations and won't have any until next year. That's how early they're starting to put stuff out. So it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and we're starting to see all this stuff. So, but yes, and they try to get a upper hand on the competition. So it seems like they're always coming out with different sales. Hi, Barbara. It's good to see you. And not many people do know that I do love Hobby Lobby too. I do, but if you see something there and you want it, get it, because you go tomorrow or the next day, it's not going to be there. Really, it's the truth. And I've done that, walked out and said, okay, I'll just think about it. And then I'll go back and get it. And really, I didn't have that option to think about it. I should have just went ahead and purchased it. But Cyber Monday deals, but a lot of people don't know that you can get a lot of these sales, that they included gold and silver. So that's good.
They don't. And oftentimes too, guys, there'll be some special items, some more lower mintage coins that are still, that you may normally see for $30, $35. And at today's price, those can come down in price too. So there's kind of like the doorbusters, which are the hard ones. That's the stuff at spot. And then a lot of times they'll have other things that are at a discount. But to Nick's point, it's not just in gold and silver. If there's other things that you need, if you need a new toaster, if you need a new fridge or a TV, a lot of times that can be the best time to buy. Another good time to buy is shortly after Christmas. A lot of times there's extra inventory. And places like Costco will run some pretty good sales on things. So, right now I know things are tight, so it's important to start looking at some of these ways we can save a little bit of money on
Yes.
things, because every dollar you save is a dollar you can put towards silver and gold.
Right. But I mean, I'm always trying to save money anyways, right? So, and especially with heating fuel, we're gonna have to buy heating fuel here shortly, and that's gonna be a big expense all winter long too. So I won't be able to buy as much. So wherever I can save, I could put that into my gold and silver jar and use that. So anytime I save with coupons or whatnot, that's what I do, is I take the extra that I would have spent and I put it over there, into my savings.
I think it's great. Seymour had a quick question too. He asked, how long can you put something in your shopping cart? I think it depends on the site. I've noticed with AppMex and SD Bullion, I can put things in my shopping cart when I'm logged in, and they will stay there until I take them out.
What if
on
they
JM Bullion, I don't remember.
What if they sell out before you go back into your cart? Do you not know?
That's where you run into problems. So this last year on Black Friday, I was using my AppMex cart as kind of a placeholder of a wish list. And I had like 10 ounces of silver in there. And I had some other coins that were like 5 ounces that I just thought were cool. The problem is I was trying to delete those as I'm trying to buy other stuff. And I was starting to lose the deal, because the deal starts going like this. It doesn't hold it for you. So I got rid of the expensive stuff, but I had to buy 3 or 4 coins I was not planning on buying on Black Friday, or I was going to lose my spot deals. So unless you're planning on buying it for sure, take it out of your cart and have your cart be empty.
Do you have platinum?
I bought 2 from Black Friday last year, and I sold them and flipped them and made some money off of them. I think I made like $150 off each one, or $200 off each.
Is that something you will consider purchasing, or is that something you're not as interested in?
So in my opinion, platinum is for people that have reached their gold and silver goals, and they feel comfortable where they're at there. And it's another way to diversify. So, okay, look, guys, we all have massive goals. Okay. I like to put my goals in different settings. So one of them is, what do I need to be able to secure my house and my cars and, property tax, and feed my family if there's an issue. And that's how I base my minimum goals for gold and silver. After that, I have like my bigger goals I want to hit with gold and silver. Once you get your basics in place and you have some cash on the side for emergencies, that's when I start to look at things like platinum, gold and silver miners, uranium miners, things along those lines. Now, that's not to say you can't do any of that. I just wouldn't go crazy on any of those things. So, if you're thinking about a half an ounce or an ounce of platinum, that's not going to hurt you. If you're thinking of putting, a few dollars into some of the miners, things like that, that's not going to hurt you. But if you're looking to really start to diversify your portfolio, to me, I don't do that until I feel more comfortable with my base. And so that's a recommendation I would make. But with that said, you got to diversify from the beginning. Yankee had an awesome video the other day on diversification and talking about not having everything in gold and silver. And I do think that is tremendously important. It is way too easy as a stacker to take all your cash, put it all into gold and silver, and then all of a sudden your refrigerator blows up. And you're either going to go get a loan, put it on a credit card, or you're going to have to sell some gold and silver to do it. And if it's at a time like right now, you don't want to sell the silver.
And it's a lot easier to purchase gold and silver than it is to sell, and to sell a large amount,
way easier to buy
right?
than to sell.
So when
Yes.
you come into those
And this is
emergencies,
not financial advice.
no,
Randy
absolutely
points
not.
that out. It's not financial advice.
But it's harder
Just my
to sell
philosophy.
all at one time in one large sum that you would need for that emergency. So it's good to have cash still, because cash is king. And
So Yankee points out too, when I have an extra, I am not using towards silver and gold. I buy brass, lead, food, supplies, etc.
yep.
So if you guys go back to older videos I hit that. I'm going to be doing a few more on food storage. And, you know, if I really want to go through the whole thing, you can't eat gold and silver, guys. So you got to make sure you've got to make sure you have food stores first. So we'll go into more of that on another stream. But basically, use your brain. Try to think through the process of, if I buy this, am I going to need to sell it at any time soon? If the answer is maybe, I would be a little bit more cautious on how much you're buying. If you know you've got a lot of other reserves, cash, you've got a lot of food, you've got other resources, then you're probably in a better shape to do more of that. I would not go crazy buying up a bunch of stuff on Black Friday just to flip,
Right.
to try to make money, because there's no guarantee that the price is going to go up from there. You might be at the top of the market at that point too, at least in the short term. So, you know, don't go crazy trying to buy gold and silver thinking you're going to flip it. That's one thing that got me into trouble early on, is I started collecting sets. So I went and collected the Marvel set, and they're cool coins, but way too much money went into them, and I'm having a hard time selling them.
And a lot of YouTubers will tell us that we can flip very easily, just, you know, and it's easy to do, and it's not easy to do. I'm not a flipper. So that's not as easy as one would think. When in theory it seems to be, but it's not. My husband does all the food stacking, lead stacking, and, you know, the guns or whatever. But I do all the silver and gold stacking.
I got to do it all. I do all the stacking. I even do the toilet paper stacking here, guys. It's all on me.
DTS. Yes. And I ask him if he'll go to work and bring home samples for me, but he never does.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, the other thing I want to call out too is, Yankee brings up a good point here too. I do want to at least publicly put out there prayers for Israel, and I'm going to go a little further than that. I'm going to put prayers out for the entire Middle East and the world. You guys, this is not a good time right now. We have way too much conflicts going on the planet. Honestly, I think a lot of it is just due to a weaker, what do you call it? Foreign policy. I don't want to get too far into politics, but I just don't think we're in a very strong stance right now. We don't have a lot of oil reserves. We've been sending a lot of money to other countries and weapons to support places. You know, pray for this country as well. Right now, we're in a definite crazy time, and we don't know what's around the corner. And there's people that are dying, and I don't care what their religion is, what their political beliefs are. Death is death, and we don't want any of this stuff to happen. So do throw some prayers out there for everybody that's being affected, as well as for world peace. I know that's one that may not come true real fast, but
now you should have your tiara, because you're saying you want world peace.
Oh geez, Tiger's going to send me a tiara. He already told me that's not good. That's scary.
And I think he will. If not, if he doesn't send you a tiara, he's going to do a video on it, sending you one. Tiger. And it's funny. It's so funny. But I do need a new paper one.
There you go. Well, maybe I will do a surprise, not a tiara, but I got an idea for another stream here down the road. So maybe I'll surprise you guys, but not a tiara.
Paulie thinks he's a comedian.
Hi, Kiko,
sir. So let's give this
goodness
channel round away.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So we can't do it based on Nick's favorite football team. That one's
or my favorite numbers as of like 33, number 12. I mean, so I'm just going to say, you can't do it on my favorite basketball players. I don't know now what to do. I mean, you think of a question.
I got to think of I'm going to think of a question here. All right.
Something that we may have mentioned on a stream before.
Oh gosh, you're gonna try to.
Okay, no, I answered this earlier.
Okay, you got one.
Where is Surfing Stacker's company that he works
Okay,
for
we can do that. Yeah, that
located?
works.
Where's his company located?
Okay, one guess only, guys. One guess only, and you got to guess. You got to guess the city. Okay. You probably said it too soon.
Who came in first? I believe it's Yankee. Oh, that's tricky. Oh, Polly Buck, I swear.
Well, it isn't Costco. I'll tell you that. I don't work at Costco, but there are days where I wish I worked at Costco.
The answer came through. So we'll send this to Yankee. We'll send him this Stormy Channel round with a COA. So rigged. That was hard too, though, because it's my favorite city in the nation. It's like my favorite city ever. I'm gonna move there one day when my kid does, when she graduates college.
It's a beautiful city that I have not been able to explore enough. One thing I'll give out to you guys too is I actually have either 16 or 17 ancestors that came across on the Mayflower, which blows my mind. But I need to get out there and check out, where my family landed. I've got a lot of them that came across on that boat.
Okay, so we may have to do this again because Paula said that it's on 2 channels. So I have West Texas Stacker that came in next.
All right, so are we giving 2 of these out? Maybe we're giving these two of these out. Is that what we're doing, Nick?
We'll give 2 of them. So one that's on your channel, and then one on over here.
Yep, that works.
So, Polly Buck, I'm still going to do that live stream on Deflategate, and I'm going to show you how wrong you are, and that's all. It's not true. I mean, the NFL lied. Everybody lied, and I have all the proof. I've read several books just to disprove this.
Jeez.
and so many, it's embarrassing to tell you how many, but just wanted to, to clarify some things and make sure everything was all.
Tiger, no one was surfing back then, man. That's like, except for the Hawaiian Kings were surfing back in that day. But no, coming across the Mayflower, if you guys do some research on the trip, that was not a good trip. It was not good how they landed. A lot of people died coming across. A lot of people died when they got there. And just, as a part of history for you guys, it was the Indians or the Native Americans that saved their butts. They would have all died if they didn't share in the harvest. And I know there's a lot of, we just had Columbus Day, Indigenous People Day, whatever day you want to celebrate, whatever. I think it's actually kind of both. I mean, it's a celebration of a nation. It's a celebration of peace. Yes, there's atrocities that have happened. There were atrocities that have happened on this continent way before anybody from Europe ever settled here. You had a lot of tribes fighting each other for a very long time. I actually also am an ancestor of Pocahontas too. So I've got a little bit of Native American in me too. But what I'll tell you guys is death is death, and it all sucks. And life does happen. But on a good note on that, I always think family history is great to learn more about your ancestors and to start figuring out who they are and understand their stories. And the more I've done that, the more I've had appreciation for the lives they've lived. But Tiger, they did not surf over here. No, they came in a really, I don't know, probably gross wooden boat with disgusting food. So it wasn't good.
And I know you were speaking about something hi, Paula. I know you were speaking about something very important, but then I just saw this come through on the chat as well. The Deflategate, Spygate, Tuck Rule Gate. The Tuck Rule is real. The Tuck Rule is real. It wasn't a rule that was made up for Tom Brady. It has been on the books. It's real. I swear. I just think everybody's New England haters because we've been good for so long. So now you guys can stop hating on the Patriots because we probably won't be good for a little while. So there that is.
That's hilarious. Well,
So on that note,
Nick, you're going to have to get some more ammunition, because as long as Polly's coming on here, you're going to have that issue. You're going to have to defend a little bit.
I'm just going to have to do that live stream on Deflategate, and then people that don't want to come, that are not into football, they don't have to, but then I can just prove the theory and to show you that it was all made up from the very get-go, from the very word deflate balls.
I agree. So we got pew pews in here from Polly. We've got Tiger just mentioned war is murder. Pray for all the victims. It's very true, guys. War is never good. No one wins in wars. But whoever does win does not tell the history. That is true. The history gets to be told by whoever wins.
Oh yeah. War is never good, no matter where it is.
And then we have Gary at the very end trying to tie us back to the original thing. Finished my survey for the U.S. Mint the other day.
Oh, well, I would be curious to know, but no, now I see. Let me see. Hey, Sonny, it's good to see you. It was a rule. Yes, it was. But it was a bad one, and they rightly got rid of it. Well, it was a bad one, but I'm not sorry that it was there during that time, because it could have changed the course of history. So I'm glad it was there, that game, and they ruled it right on the field. So I didn't know they got rid of it, though. That's the first time I heard that. I didn't know that they had gotten rid of the tuck rule. Where was Polly on that one? I'll have to check on that.
So Tiger's telling me Yankee betrayed my chat and moved over to your chat, Nick.
Who told you that? Tiger? He's such an instigator.
Tiger's in both of them. He's got them both up on his screen going through both of them. So guys, here's something that I don't know about. Maybe you guys do. We've done Tuesdays on Nick's channel. We've done Thursdays on my channel. And today we're trying both. We're trying to figure out how the best way is to do this, because we want to make sure that there's notifications on both channels, that we're both streaming, and we want to kind of help each other out. And we also want to make it less confusing for you guys to go, okay, which day is Nick's, which day is Surfer's channel. So we're trying to figure that out. So as we figure that out, we may change this up a little bit. But one thing I would like to ask everybody real fast here is this a better time for you? Put a 1 in the comment section if this is a better time, and put a 2 if this is not a better time and you'd rather have us do it at 5 o'clock Eastern. I'm just curious.
I have no self-control, so I cannot let this one pass by. But yeah, this is Kevin. I'm glad you love the Pats, but if you really love the Pats, then you wouldn't have put that in the chat. I'm not going to even read it.
Oh no. Uh-oh. All right, people are liking this time, Nick.
Oh, good.
West Texas Stacker is saying he'd rather do the other time, but I think we got a lot of the ones on here too.
Yankee, I so would, but I am so not fast on doing any of that stuff. So 79, you better be nice. He's a guest. But
you don't want to lose him, Nick. If he's there for right now, you got to keep him.
I know, but I don't even.
I don't think you can do it through here. I don't think we can actually.
Okay, because I don't even have YouTube up. But
we can't. I don't think we can change it right now.
But yeah, this is Kevin. He said that I'll finish it. He says about my beloved Patriots being decade-long cheaters. That's not true. And we'll go through all of that, because a lot of the things that the Patriots have done, they were just caught, when most of the teams have done it as well. If we're talking about recording other teams, and they weren't the first, and they won't be the last. So
yeah, well.
Anyways, well,
it's always tough when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. I'll put it that way, and it doesn't happen to everybody. It's always hard.
Yeah, my neck's getting red. Oh, but I do love you. This is Kevin. I became woke to my beloved Pats. Well, you need to go back to sleep. Because it's not true. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Exactly.
Oh, what's
I roll
happening?
coming. Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Is mom with her right now?
Mhm.
All right, I gotta
I think it's just because I'm getting a little excited, Barbara, about the
You're just gonna text it to her?
Pat's talk.
You're just gonna text it to her?
Mm. Oh, an SPB. It depends on how good those cookies are. Perry Martin, it's good to see you. Yes, we're gonna have a Patriot stream. We might watch a football game and I'll explain how they're not cheaters. Your neck gets red too when you get Nick, I'm emailing you. Yes, please do. Please do. While Surfer is given his autographs.
Sorry, guys. My daughter's at the Apple store. Her computer totally melted down, and they were nice enough to fix it out of warranty. And I'm the only one that knows all the passwords. So,
Oh, okay. The NFL. Who had the one vote? I can just imagine. Well, of course they are gonna rule against it. A Patriot stream. We should do a Patriot stream because, yeah. I got you laughing, Amy. You probably don't even like football, do you?
the Patriots team. That would actually be pretty fun to do, Nick, is just do a football throwdown.
Yes, it would be fun on preferably a game that I thought New England could win this year. It'd probably be a lot easier of a stream to do. Well, if we could find one of those teams, and I do love my Patriots, but gosh, when they stink, and that's this year. And anyway, the Bears. Now the Bears, I don't like the Bears either. And if you can go back to 1985 for a second, that's when the Super Bowl Shuffle came out. And that was a year that Doug Flutie was in the Super Bowl and they lost to the Bears. So Surfer has surfing and I've got football. So that's his. I like the Raiders, and yeah, I'm kind of mad at the head coach a little bit, but I'm not going to name him. The Bears. Okay. Bill Belichick. Sean. Stop. The Pats have a good QB with Mac Jones from Alabama. Are you kidding, OC Stacker? I mean, seriously, are you kidding? You can't be serious.
Uh-oh. You're going to get yourself in trouble, OC Stacker.
Fish the fish. Yeah, he's starting trouble from the kid from Alabama. I have no words. I just really have no words. Zappy, he's taking more reps in practice. We'll see. We'll see. Richard Metcalf is so nice to see you. And freaking awesome. Thank you so much for dropping all the links. And SPB. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, we've been on here long enough. And
I got to go deal with an emergency.
Football. I do.
So sorry, guys.
So, yes. And I do like football. Seahawks. Seahawks stink. I don't like them either. Roll Tide, baby. I'm a Georgia Bulldog. I have to say that. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. Roll Tide. So, sick 'em. Thank you guys for joining us. Do you have anything to say, Surfer?
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. You know, to me, all of this is about community. It's about learning from each other, having a good, fun time at the fireplace. It's always fun. So I just want to thank you guys for coming out, and we'll have another stream on Thursday night. So look for that. And I think we're going to wait a couple weeks on doing coin roll hunting, unless you guys really want to bring that out. I'm going to see if I can get a handful of boxes, so we have more boxes to kind of get set up. But look at tomorrow. We'll have the next subject
Right.
coming out for Thursday. So we'll see you same time on Thursday, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for coming out.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.